So you've just bought the new Sage or Breville Oracle dual boiler, or you're thinking of buying the new Sage or Breville Oracle dual boiler. Let's see what's in the box, what you get with it, and how to get the machine set up initially. So if we look in the top of the box, we get a whole smorgasbord of things right here, including a single basket, non-pressurized. We get instructions with also a water test strip. We get a standard milk pitcher there. And we get a bunch of accessories for cleaning. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Get a water filter as well. Water filter holder and a water filter. And what else we got here is a nice big portafilter. This is the 58mm variant that does always come with the Oracle or with the dual boiler. And it's got a non-pressurized basket in there as well. What you're going to notice, what I've noticed anyway about this particular packaging, and this may differ based on your region, but you see it's just normal plain cardboard, no printing on it, so it's probably better for recycling. All right, I've now got this behemoth up on the desk, and let me tell you, this sucker is really, really heavy. In fact, the whole package is extremely heavy. Keep that in mind. Now, before we go further, what we should do is get this water filter primed. So for the water filter, it is the start of September. Therefore, I am going to go from 9 to 11 here on the filter, and I'm going to stick it here into my pitcher. I've got this pitcher full of clean water. I rinsed it out first, and now we're going to submerge the filter for 5 minutes. Just like so, and you may need to put something on top to hold it down. All right, while that's priming, let's take a look at what else we get in the box here. So these are going to be some important things for cleaning your machine. First of all, we get a back flushing disc. We get a little brush for cleaning up in the brew group area. We get a brush here for cleaning out the grinding area and for also releasing the tamper fan. A little pokey tool for cleaning out the steam wand tip. And a couple of Allen wrenches. And then we also get some espresso cleaner back flushing tabs, some descaler, and also a steam wand cleaner. Let's see what's in here. Oh, look at that. Even comes with a knock box. Very nice. And here we've got the bean hopper. All right, and here comes the exciting moment. Let's reveal the machine. Oh yeah, that is a handsome sucker. So next, let's just remove all the tape, and then we're going to get the bean hopper installed. We're going to get the water filter installed, fill it up with water, and just get it commissioned. Unwrapping that was pretty quick. I'm going to take my accessories and put them here in their little cubby hole right away. Why not? Cubby hole back into the machine, drip tray back into the machine. And one thing I really appreciate a lot about the Sage Breville machines is the fact that they're really easy to wipe off, really easy to clean off, and they've got corners in there that are nice and rounded and easy to get a rag into. Considering also that this is a dual boiler, I don't expect this machine to be a water hog, and therefore this shouldn't fill up all that often. One other cool thing is it's got a switch here that engages rollers. So therefore, before we get it started up, I'm going to show it to you from the side, like so, and show it to you from the other side. It's just one roller in the back. There we are, and from the back, that's what it looks like. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And before I fill it up with water, might as well show you from the top as well. That's the top side. Let me disengage the rolls. What I normally do at this point is remove the grinder burr, and I set this guy for 6 because it's, or for 3 because it's normally set at 6. I'm just gonna do it the same way I always do. Oh, there's oil on here. Must be food safe oil on there. It's the first time I've noticed that. But anyway, I always set it on 3 instead of 6 because it just grinds too coarsely. Even fresh beans are ground too coarse when I start up these Sage Breville machines. So let's get it set to 3. All right, so I'm just gonna get that burr put right back in. Hey guys, this is Tom from the future, and I wanna make a quick interjection. So I would not recommend on the Oracle machines to actually adjust the inner burr color at all. You don't have to go from 6 down to 3 like you do have to do on the Barista Express and Express Impress. These guys have much less range. On the Oracles, however, they have a lot more range, and it's not necessary to do that. So you'll see later in the video that I'm gonna end up grinding somewhere around 35 for espresso. And during the time I've been using this, I actually switched it from 3 back up to 6 on the Oracle. And at a setting of 6, I'm right around 15 for espresso. So it doesn't really matter. You're going to be able to grind for espresso either way, but I wouldn't bother making that adjustment. It's just good to know for in the future, once these burrs get a bit dull, then you can move it from 6 down to 3. Back to the video. Alrighty, now we can put in the bean hopper, but I'm gonna wipe my hands off first. You're gonna see there's a sticker on there that says Baratza. It's got the new 6-sided or 6-bladed Baratza burrs. Put the drip tray back in. And now we're just about ready to turn it on. Ordinarily what I would do is just fill up the water container here after having rinsed it out, but I'm gonna see what kind of directions we get on the screen here first. Let's plug in the machine and see what we get. Let's remove this screen sticker. Is it gonna try to pump first, or is it gonna show directions? Let's see. I hear a fan in there. Is it fan cooling a quad-core processor? Anyway, we got a startup screen, a splash screen with some latte art. Oracle dual boiler setup. Let's do it. Choose language, English. Software update available. Oh, it's forcing me to. Accept the terms and conditions. This part I'll have to blur. Now, some people like the idea of a Wi-Fi connection for firmware updates or for turning the machine on remotely. Those are cool things. Other people don't like it as much. They want as few network devices on the network as possible, or rather that this has to connect to a server somewhere. But I do find it pretty convenient myself. This may take a few minutes. Okay. Downloading 2%. Well, anyway, while it's downloading, I know later it's going to tell me that we have to install the filter first of all. So we're going to take our primed filter here, and we need to put that inside the filter holder and insert that into the tank. Now, this is really important. A lot of areas in the world have very hard water, and that's really hard on espresso machines. So you want to make sure to use filtered water or some kind of treated water to avoid scale in the machine. Now, considering that this one comes with a filter, I'm going to use my normal fresh water here, but if it didn't come with a filter, I would use Brita filtered water. Let's put the cap on and insert it into the machine. Now, one thing you'll see right away, there's an LED right there, and I'm thinking that the LED is to show the level of water in the water tank. That's pretty nice. And can you hear the fan? Pretty loud fan. Well, anyway, you hear that as soon as I install the water tank, it started pulling water immediately. even while doing an update download. And it's going to fill for a long time because it does have 2 boilers to fill up. All right, I'm just gonna let this keep downloading the update and I'll see you in a jiffy. All right, anyway, I timed it. That update took 10 minutes to download, install, and restart. And it looks like it's going to fill up the boilers the rest of the way and get initialized. Well, while it's installing the update, let's make some observations on the machine. To me, it does look very familiar to another machine called the Oracle Jet. Now, Oracle refers to the included grinder, but not only the grinder, also here, there's a distribution fan in there as well. And the distribution fan, what that does is spins around as it's grinding and distributes the grounds into the portafilter basket. And as it fills up in volume, it automatically tamps it too while doing that. So that's the Oracle name. And then this is the dual boiler. It's written right here. So what that means is 2 boilers, 1 for brewing, 1 for steaming. The steaming is bigger than the brew because you need a lot of volume for good steam pressure. So now it's asking to set a location, and it pulled the time from the internet, I believe. Sage Plus Coffee app. So you can download an app so that you'll be able to turn this guy on remotely. Pretty cool. Connect later. Looks like there's a lot of restarting steps involved in getting this commissioned for the first time. I just put in my Wi-Fi password for the second time, so when you install an update, it must do a full reset of the machine. Now it wants the location again. Connected. Okay, 3rd time's a charm. Finish setup. Okay, so it's telling me a little bit about my dual boiler. First of all, the front fill here. Then the grind collar over here. The group head is here. And this is heated. I can feel this is really hot already. Steam wand is here. And front lever here. Tap each part name for detail. Oh, okay. Shows you some animations too. That's pretty neat. Let's see, grind collar. Shows you how to put the portafilter in there. I know how to do that. Water spout. Now that's pretty interesting. This is a new water spout coming out. It's actually, looks like forged metal, and it's definitely a different design compared to how their previous water faucets were. Well, anyway, I just want to keep going. Let's get started. This is what you'll need. So it gives you an animation to soak or prime the filter, which we already did. Then to rinse, which we also already did. Insert the drip tray, already did. Install the hopper, did that. Oh, water hardness test strip. Now I know on the test strip I'm at a 5, but let's do it just to show you guys. I took this water from my faucet. We'll just dip this test strip in there. So the test strip is various colors of green. And let's see what happens when we dip it in the water. Now, they all start turning orange. So I have very hard water. I already know that. And that's the reason that we really have to watch out with our water and make sure that we're filtering it and that we descale regularly. Assemble the filter, we did that. Install the water filter. Filter importance. Improves the taste of your espresso while protecting against lime scale buildup, chlorine, heavy metals, and pollutants. That's good. Fill the tank, we did that. Install the water tank, we did that. A lot of nice automations here. So my test results are 5. Place your milk jug on drip tray. Rinse cycle. Okay, let's start the rinse. All done? All right, so what that means is that everything here has been primed. The brew group primed, the water faucet primed, or water spout, and the steam wand as well. Everything supplied with water. Let's move on. Oh, Swipe to select your first drink. Let's see how. Let's choose an espresso. So it looks to me like the screen is not that responsive right now. Maybe that's because it's got some steam on it. It feels just a little damp. Let's choose espresso. Roast on date or best before date. So here, what Sage Breville are doing is actually educating you on your coffee beans. So I've got some fresh coffee beans here. These were roasted 4 weeks ago. So therefore, that's fresh enough. I know I'm gonna get some good crema and some good aroma from the beans. So I'm gonna say roast on date. Dialing in your coffee. To achieve the best tasting coffee, we'll need to make some adjustments. It may take more than one coffee to get the best results. Grind size. Adjusting the grind size affects your brew. Coarser grinds will result in a faster extraction, while finer grinds will result in a slower extraction. Tap on the grind size button to view and adjust your settings. All right, so right now we're at 26. Oh, look at that. To adjust the grind size, drag the slider. To start, set for 25. Oh, that's neat because you'll see here, there is no grind adjustment on the outside. There's no external way to be able to adjust it. There's a motor inside. Very interesting. So let's just listen, see if we can hear it. Huh, I didn't hear anything yet. Anyway, I'm just going to set it at 25. As it's telling me to, it may adjust it in the next step. Coffee baskets. There's 2 coffee baskets included with the machine. The smaller basket is a single dose or weaker coffee, and the double is a stronger coffee. I always use the double. I'm gonna go ahead and just put this in the machine right now in the brew group. Oh, it's a little stiff the first time. And I'm gonna choose number 2. Fill the bean hopper. Okay. I did it. Insert portafilter. Now I normally like to wait for this portafilter to get nice and hot. It's starting to get warm already, but we're gonna have to pull a couple shots anyway, so let's go ahead. All right, insert portafilter and grind. Wow, that took quite a while. Let's see what we got. That does look like it's going to be a bit too fine there, but let's put it in the machine anyway and try. Preheat the cup, okay. Now, install the portafilter, empty the hot water, and we're looking at the brew settings. Tap on the brew size button to view your settings. Yeah, double. A double is what I want. Place your cup under the portafilter and tap the icon to start brewing. All right, there it comes a little bit. As I thought, that's going to be too fine of a grind. And it's going to tell me that it needs to adjust the grind, and it should do that all on its own. That's taking too long. Slow pour. The coffee might taste bitter. Adjust. Empty the portafilter. All right, emptied it. Oh, and it looks like it's adjusting it for me. I do think that setting up to 29 is not going to be enough, so I'm going to actually set that up to 35. Let's try again. All right, that should be a little better, I hope. And it's 22 grams that I got out, 22.4. That's a lot of coffee. Oh, that's looking a lot better. Still a little slow. Might open it up a bit further than that, but at least it's coming out now. All right, stopped on its own. 43 seconds. That is a long shot, 28 out, so that's like close to a 1-to-1 ratio. That is going to be a very stout shot. And a little bitter. So let's open it up a little further yet. I'm going to open it up to 44. And I think that should get us right about in the ballpark. Okay, that took about 15 seconds to grind and about 5 seconds to tamp. And that's what we got right there. What did we get out for a dose? 18.7 that time. That's interesting. All right. Let's see what we get out this time. I'm gonna have to go back a little. Because the dose was smaller that time, I'm gonna have to dial it back a little. Fast pour, adjust. Empty portafilter, I will when I'm ready. Okay, it's suggesting 37. Yeah, that's about what I would choose. So we're gonna do that one next. .4 out that time. So the consistency is a little up and down. 22, 20, 18. Let's see what the shot looks like. It's also a little fast. So I'm going to adjust it down again. And it's suggesting to go back down to 35. Let's see how that works out. All right, so I'm gonna try this one more time for today to pull a shot and to get it dialed in. I think this is my 5th attempt, and we're back down to grind size 35, so that's kind of interesting. What is very nice, of course, is I don't have to do any distributing. I don't have to do any tamping, so very easy. That is a 21 gram dose. Starting to get there. All right. It stopped on its own after 22 seconds. Still a fast pour. And so it's suggesting to go to 34. So that's how this works. You just pull a shot, see how fast or how slow it goes, and the grinder makes adjustments based on that. Now this is the 5th one, and we're getting close. It might take a couple more to get all the way. But don't distress about that, because you know the burrs need a little bit of time to get worn in a little bit. And as you see, actually the grind dose, it changes a bit. So I had a 22 gram dose, a 21 gram dose, 20 gram dose, and 18 gram dose. And because of that variation in doses, and I do expect that to get dialed in a little bit better with time, but because of that variation, you're gonna get differing times here anyhow. But don't fret about it. Just use the machine for a few days, run it through some shots, and I don't throw them away. I would just use them. You can extend this into an Americano, or you can use them for tiramisu, something like that. It's not bad, but I know it can get much better than that. Before we close out the video today, what I'd like to do is just try milk steaming once. All right, and anyway, before we can keep going, it shows us a couple more things. There's double tap purge features. So if you double tap the icon here, it will grind just a little bit. If you double tap the espresso icon, it will emit a bit of water out of the brew group, and same thing here for the steam pitcher icon. Let's move on. It's showing these drinks, or rather manual mode. It will show you that if you flip up, you can enter manual mode, and then you've got more control over the parameters. And it's asking us for a mode. I prefer light mode. Let's use that one. Complete, finish. All right, excellent. So now what I would like to do is just steam some milk, and I'm just going to try it. Let's try it at 60 degrees Celsius, a medium amount of froth. Yeah, and see how that works out when we steam automatically. All right, let's see how this automatic steaming works out. Go. All right, all finished. Now I am using fresh milk here, 3.5%. 3.5% fat, and I am happy to be able to report that it actually does work really well. I mean, that is on my first attempt of using this in automatic mode, worked really good. First time I've seen that. So, and there we go. A little tulip there on our cappuccino. Did a great job with the milk. I'm very impressed. So I'm gonna have to keep experimenting with this Oracle dual boiler. I'd like to experiment with the steam wand in automatic mode and manual mode, but this gives me actually a lot of hope that that automatic mode is going to be totally sweet and get you excellent texture for your cappuccinos. Nice and creamy, not quite as good so far as what I can do in manual mode, but really, really good for the first attempt in automatic mode. All right, guys, at this point in the video, we've got the machine commissioned, set up. We've made an espresso. We made a cappuccino with automatically steamed milk. And I think in general, the machine is good to go. I do have a little bit more dialing in to do on the grind for espresso, and I'll be doing that over these next days. But I do hope that this video was helpful in giving you a bit of an idea, some expectations of what you'll get obviously with the machine, and also the setup process if you do buy the Oracle dual boiler. Until next time, guys, let's say happy coffee drinking and happy espresso drinking. Bye now.